super frizzy hair, and I kind of don't care, but whatever. It's a lot of it's got to do with this angle. Hi guys, this is Connie. It's my O.T.1-8 for Saturday the 26th. Yes, because the 25th was forever long, and today is not the 25th anymore. Yay. So now I'm trying to backtrack because future Connie is going to be editing this with my Aerodactyl day. Today was a lot of Aerodactyl, so that was a thing. Fun fact, it was one of, I think if I scroll through the chronological order of my Pokemon, it's one of the first ones I have because besides like transferring a bunch of the ones from the beginning of the game, it's the first one I know I hatched because I have never seen it before in the wild. Actually, now that I think about it, I still haven't seen it in the wild. But thanks to Adventure Week, that's what we get to play with now through various tasks and gym raids. So, I'm trying to back up through what just happened through the day. Pretty easy going in the morning. It's always a lot more peaceful when I know Mustachio's home. We just seem to have an easier going morning as far as me and the baby. The baby and me. I saw raids. I went out and Mustachio was very gracious and allowed me to take his phone for a lot of these. So I was able to two-man the Aerodactyls. Ended up seeing a Latios raid. I was so bummed. I ended up turning his phone off, which was not the intention I had. Usually I can fight the raid for him and I can just switch the power, the automatic power off, and usually it'll turn back, it'll, you know, when you immediately go to turn your phone off, not like completely shut it down. I shut the screen off, and unbeknownst to myself, I ended up hitting the power button at some point, and it completely powered down. So he didn't get the opportunity to actually encounter the Latias, which made me so mad. So I really wanted to take it home after I picked up breakfast and been like, here, I did this extra raid. Now you can catch a Pokemon. Womp, womp, womp. Fail. So, there was that. We all hung out. He cleaned up a bit of the kitchen and organized some of the laundry. I took a nap with the baby. We went for a walk to do more adventuring, getting all the different things done for the Adventure Week quests, which have been pretty good. I have to get 3 candies with my walking buddy, and they've cut the walking time to a quarter, which is great, except that I put Mew as my walking buddy. Any mythical or legendary Pokemon is 20 kilometers. So right now it's cut to 5 kilometers, which is not bad, but it's a long way to go to get your candies if for that specific field research. So that's a thing. Did worship at church tonight. Gonna do it again tomorrow, and I just kind of tried to roll around the parking lots to collect more kilometer mileage because it started to rain, and as much as a little rain never hurt anyone, I didn't really want to be walking in the rain, sweating, being humid, and wet in the rain. All didn't sound like a fun combination, so I did like my church parking lot, and then I went to another location where there was a McDonald's and a Burger King, and I did those parking lots. And then I went over to my usual place at a local college. As it got darker and darker, I couldn't help but notice there was like only one person walking around, and ended up pulling over, and it looked like he was like walking right towards me. Sure enough, he was. I think it was a security officer because it was in full whatever. And you know, asked me what I was doing. He's like, you've been in circles a couple of times. Are you lost? I'm thinking to myself, how do I explain this without potentially, like, having this man write me some sort of corrective order or something? Obviously, he wasn't a legitimate police officer because I know what those outfits look like. He was not one of them. But, yeah, it was interesting. It almost made me want to go on a side tangent about, like, what is it about cops in general? Like, I try to be as much of a law-abiding citizen as anyone else, and I still get nervous when having an interaction with the police. And, like, I understand there's a whole nother can of worms slash rabbit trail that can be talked on that topic, but in general, like, haven't done anything wrong, still nervous that I'm going to get in trouble for something. And it just made me think of like what a difficult job police officers have to be, because if you're going to be serving and protecting and then correcting, a part of me goes, you have to live to like an incredible standard, because you know all the rules. You know them better than we do as citizens. So that's a thing that went through my head. Be careful with that and enjoy. Please and thank you, and hope you continue to have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Our tribute video at church about Memorial Day weekend makes me cry, because the whole idea of Memorial Day weekend is that while it is nice to have a holiday weekend, it's sometimes nice to have a Monday off depending on what kind of job you have in the US. The only reason we get to enjoy that, and the reason we get to enjoy the freedoms that we have, the reason why I can do this without feeling like somebody's going to completely like it's not against the law for me to speak my mind in this country, and it's because of the service that soldiers, military, and I know I'm forgetting the details specifically, but they have put themselves in harm's way for us to keep our freedoms. And with Memorial Day very specifically, beyond Veterans Day is also kind of coincides with it as far as the idea of what the holiday is about. However, Memorial Day is the fact that those soldiers and service men and women have given the ultimate sacrifice. This is about people who didn't make it home in times of war. These are people who died in the line of duty, and it's really, really sad to think about, because I could not even begin to do the job that these people do. I know right now I physically couldn't qualify to do the job that they need to do, and it's never been something I've desired to do. I'm very happy with my civilian life. However, it's something that I hope I don't take for granted, and I know when I see veterans or when I see people in uniform, I kind of don't think twice about it, but it definitely makes me, the weekend is specifically set aside to, as a reminder, to know that some people gave everything so that we could be free. I feel like that could open a whole nother can of worms based on current events in the NFL, but I don't want to go into it. This video is already long enough. So, once again, be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you. Have a great night. Bye.